Well, good afternoon again, everyone. As a global leader in transmission and grid technologies, Hitachi Energy has played a key role in Brazil's energy transition. Joining me on stage is Glauco Freitas, Country Managing Director for Hitachi Energy Brazil. Glauco, wonderful to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Of course, a pleasure. So Brazil is a pioneer in renewable energy, right? But there's still a lot of important bottlenecks. What are they and how urgent is the situation right now?
Great question. Hey, hi, everyone. Let me just say a bit about Hitachi Energy. Hitachi Energy is the energy division of Hitachi Group, which is one of the 5 biggest Japanese companies, and also a global leader in power grids, which means that we have the biggest installed base for transmission equipment and solutions in Brazil and globally speaking. Let me contextualize what is happening in Brazil first. We took like 120 years to be able to produce 175 gigawatt of energy in 2020. Now we are producing 240, more or less. So we grew like 35% in the last 5 years. So Brazil is a reference. Brazil is a benchmark for the rest of the world. We are producing now more than 90% of the energy through renewable sources in the country, and the average, global average, is around 28%, which is great. This is one of the beauty of Brazil. And we also have one of the most interconnected transmission system around the world, with 100% of the states already connected. This happened just in September this year with the interconnection of Roraima in the grid. So this is one of the beauties of this country. We have come so far, this far. What is next? Are we ready for what is coming? What should we do? And this is the point. Brazil, I heard that from Senator Jean Paul Prats last week. We should not talk about energy transition, but about energy evolution in Brazil. We have already the generation. We have the demand and all the possibilities of demand. We just need to make it ready. The way must be ready. The road must be ready. And what I mean? We need to have a better management system because the behavior of the consumption is different for a data center with a lot of peaks and valleys. We need to connect the production center in southeast of Brazil to the consumption center in southeast and south of the country. We need to be prepared to work with a matrix with more than 30% of the load coming from intermittent sources, which is wind and solar power plants. We are not ready for doing that right now. And that's what we should highlight. There is no transition without transmission. Modernization is key right now for the system to secure the opportunities we have ahead.
That's fantastic. And as you know, I think transmission is essential, right? And Hitachi Energy is putting a lot of money towards that. Tell me a little bit about these investments and how the company is applying its global expertise, which Hitachi has, but in Brazil.
Great. We are based in Brazil since 1954, for 71 years, in Guarulhos, close to the airport. And as I said in the beginning, we have the biggest installed base in Brazil, just to give you the right proportion of the size of the company. The group decided to invest $6 billion from 24 to 27 in the increase of production, resources, training, R&D, innovation, and digital. 1.5 billion out of those 6 billion will be dedicated to increase the production of power transformers, which is one of the bottlenecks of the grid. $200 million out of this 1.5 billion will be addressed to Brazil to improve the capacity, our capacity, local capacity. Brazil, just to highlight, Brazil is one of the top five facilities we have in the world. So we are big, 5 out of 200 facilities. And we are now expanding the production in Guarulhos by 40% by the middle of next year. We are now under a lot of projects in the site. And by doing that, we could increase the production by 40–50% depending on the mix of the products. And also a greenfield investment in Pindamonhangaba, announced in August this year. And with this investment, this new facility, we will be able to double our production for the country. So it's all about anticipation. Yeah. We are anticipating the needs of the country, the needs of the world, because from this place, we can support the local market, but also the exports from Brazil. Exporting final equipment technology, not commodities, which is fantastic, right?
And I think that really transitions really well into my next question, which is, we all know that global energy demand is growing extremely quickly now. How are you thinking about what is driving this demand and the potential risks that are associated with that?
There is a dramatic surge of electricity consumption in the world with an unprecedented scale and pace. It's amazing what is happening. And this is driven by the heating and cooling industries, the electrification of industries at all, e-mobility, data center, mainly the ones used to process AI. And in Brazil, also there is a lot of investments in the country to replace obsolete equipment and so on. So we have this unprecedented surge of electricity consumption. And this is the magic, how to balance this increase and decarbonize the system. Yeah. What I can say is that we don't have just a window of opportunity with all of those industries. We have a platform of transformation. This could transform the country. The decisions that we take right now will last for decades, maybe centuries. We should be ready to take the right decisions right now and not lose this platform of transformation. Again, data center, green hydrogen, offshore wind, electrification in industries, e-mobility, and so.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, with all the interviews that I did here today, I touched upon COP, because that's the reason that we're all here in Brazil over the next couple of weeks. So this COP is really focused on action. What concrete actions is Hitachi Energy pushing, and what do you want to ultimately see come out of this COP?
We are completely aligned with the objective of this COP, which is, according to the presidents of the COP30, secure a just, significant, and meaningful energy transition. So we are completely aligned to that because this is our mission, to secure that transmission and the technology would not be a bottleneck for the transition. And this is also the COP for action, as you said. Yeah. And we are already acting as improving the capacity, not just in Brazil, but around the world. But the electricity, the modern grids, which is what we are looking for, which is what we are fighting for, modern grids is also something that can improve communities and industries. And this is the beauty of the thing. Modern grids can improve the access, can reduce the emissions, can improve the quality of the life quality of people, can boost communities, as I said, can also improve the resilience to the climate changes. And there is a data from ONU, from United Nations, that accounts that modern grids can improve the GDP by $545 trillion until 2050, besides saving a lot of lives.
Well, we're unfortunately out of time, but I wanted to thank, first of all, Hitachi Energy for being such a great partner to Brazil and everything that you guys are doing here. Thank you, Glauco, and thank you,
Thank you,
Hitachi,
Felippe.
for supporting
Thank you,
today's
Felippe.
event.
Thank you very much.